Hi Algebra, welcome back. I'm going to talk to you in this video about horizontal lines and their slope. So here's an example of a horizontal line, and just like we did in our previous video, we're going to make a table of values to figure out what kind of equation this should have. And it's going to seem really similar. There's a pattern between horizontal and vertical lines. They act really similarly in a lot of key ways. So there's our x and y table. And let's give ourselves some points here. So we're going to plot these points on a table and see what's what. So we have an x value and a y value. I'm going to start with this point right here, which has an x value of 3 and a y value of 2. Then the next one is 2, 2, 1, 2, 0, 2. That's this one, which is also the intercept. What intercept is it? The y-intercept. Then we have -1, 2, -2, 2, and -3, 2 is our last point right here. So the pattern I'm hoping you see here is that no matter what x is, y is 2. It doesn't even matter what x is. X is irrelevant. So that's how I want you to kind of think of this, is that no matter what's going on with x, our y is equal to 2. And so that would be the equation of this kind of line here. Now let's talk about the slope. So we know here, then our slope is equal to the change in y divided by the change in x. Now y is not changing, so that is 0. And x is changing. So from point to point, x is changing, but it actually doesn't really matter what that change is, because 0 divided by anything is equal to 0. So 0 divided by this change in x is equal to 0. So the slope for our horizontal line is always 0. So let's do a couple of examples. So an example, I want you to graph y equals -4. So let's give ourselves an x and a y axis. There's our y axis. There's our x axis. Which one do you draw first? I think it depends on my mood. Oh my gosh, but I need to make this one longer. You'll see why in a second. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit longer. How is it that I have this beautiful ruler and I'm still gonna end up with an ugly graph? Oh, help me. All right, so now we want to graph the point, or we want to graph y is equal to -4. And so all I do is I look on the y-axis. Here I have -1, -2, -3, and -4. And then I know that y is always going to equal -4 no matter what. So those are all points that have a y coordinate of -4. And as is our habit lately, I'm just going to graph this line in yellow. Looks like I have yellow chalk. I miss chalk. Never thought I'd say it, but it's true. And this would be our equation y equals -4. I'm going to give you a second example. Your textbook might try to trip you up by saying something like, graph the horizontal line passing through can't even spell through, passing through the point 2, 3. What you want to remember here is that your equation is going to look like my answer in blue so you can see. Your equation is going to look like y equals something, y equals something. So in here you have your x and your y. It's going to be y equals 3. And so let's give ourselves a little x and y table or plot. Plane. Oh boy. It's not as fun to do these videos as it is to do it in person with all of you guys. But you know what? I'm blessed to be employed. I'm blessed to be healthy. So what can you do? So here I will find 1, 2, 3. And then my line is going to go horizontally like this. Oops, I forgot to do it in yellow. And notice that our point 2, 3 is indeed on that line. And that's how you do that. All right, my dears, stay safe, stay well.